Mastering unfairness. Okay, so what do I mean by unfair? Well, I'll tell you right now. I am a very thin, naturally thin person. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river. Grass is always greener, right?" Well, what do I want? Of course, is to be big and strong and muscular. My body type is genetically disposed to not be big and muscular. So therefore, I have to work really, really hard. So what is unfair is my friend who can just do push-ups and pull-ups and have 15, 16-inch biceps, where I'm sitting there, 3 times a week cranking out bicep curls, and I can barely get past 13 or 14-inch biceps, right? That's unfair. Another friend of mine can just drink like a fish, eat pizza, whatever he wants, work out twice a week, and has a six-pack, where I have to count every single calorie. I have to be so on it to stay lean. It's all unfair, right? It's very easy for someone to look at someone like me and say, "Oh, you can eat whatever you want. You'll always look like that," right? Well, mind you, it also just so happens that I've been tracking my calories and working out 4 or 5 times a week since I was 16 years old. So maybe genetics or maybe form follows function. I don't know. Crazy, right? So these are all unfair, right? It's unfair that we have to wake up at 5 a.m. to work out because we have to start work at 8 a.m. And this person doesn't have to start work till 10 a.m. so they can work out at 8. And that seems much easier. It's unfair. So instead of like getting intoxicated with comparison, what we need to do is optimize our current situation, right? So we might not be in a situation where we get maximum results because genetically we just aren't disposed to that, but we can optimize our situation, right? I'm a skinny guy, right? I'm 6'3", and my wingspan is probably 7 feet. It's very hard for my body to put on muscle. However, since I've started lifting weights, I've put on 50 pounds. I'm using myself as an example because I got wrapped up into this comparison mode. It's not fair. Why does he get to have that body and I have to work so hard for it? But all that does is make you feel like it's not worth pursuing anymore and ultimately quitting. Where if we just accept the reality, we accept the hand that we are dealt, we optimize our situation, we make the most of it. Here's the truth. Here's the reality, right? You are not unique in the sense that you defy physics. You do not defy physics, right? Your body burns a certain amount of calories off every day. If you eat less than your body burns off long enough, you will burn body fat. Okay, now the process, the road to that might be bumpy. You might have some weeks where you lose 3 or 4 pounds, and you might plateau for a week. And usually it's in that plateau where people start thinking this is unfair. Why is this not working? I am doing everything right. I am counting my calories. I am working out, and I have not lost a freaking pound in a week. You know what? Forget it. Boom. They quit, and then guess what? They get all their weight back, and then 6 months later, they start a new program, and the cycle repeats itself. Trust me, I've done this long enough with enough people. If you simply stay the course, you work through that rough week, you do a self-audit survey, you examine everything that went into that week beyond food, you will continue to lose weight again. You will break through and eventually start seeing results. But if you quit as soon as the going gets tough because you feel like it's unfair, you are doomed to repeat this cycle for the rest of your life. So this is the chance to break through that once and for all. And it's just a little perseverance, getting through those hard times, dropping the baggage of feeling that life is unfair, because it is unfair. Right? It is. It's not fair. Some people are born rich, some people are born poor, some people are born handicapped, some people are born brilliant. Nothing is more important than your own grit and perseverance. In fact, I'm going to do my best to get this correct, but Angela Duckworth wrote a great book called Grit. And if you guys are curious and academic-minded, I suggest you take a look at it. And in the equation of success, effort counts twice, right? So in other words, to be successful in the equation of success, it's effort plus time equals a skill. And then effort plus the skill equals success. So in other words, effort counts twice in the equation of success. And that's unfair. But history is peppered with people who defied all odds because the card was stacked against them and they were still successful. So if we can create the internet, you can lose 20 pounds. The most important thing is that you stop comparing yourself to the people that you know that have it easier than you, and you look at that as an opportunity to sharpen your grip muscle, to strengthen your grip muscle, sharpen your teeth, understand this on a much deeper level because you weren't just handed some genetic gift. You have to work for it, therefore you're going to appreciate it. Therefore, you're going to do everything you can to maintain it. So, and really, if you think about it, it's a blessing in disguise. So, the reason that we can go through an entire week and not lose weight, even though our nutrition is on point, even though we are working out, is beyond just overall calories. In fact, there are about 32 known stimuli that can cause temporary weight gain or water gain. So, generally speaking, when we have our calories and our workout under control, there's other factors in our environment that we should go after, namely sleep, stress management, how many ingredients you're using to cook your food with, because you might have an allergy to garlic and not even realize it, and it's causing inflammation in your system, which is showing up on the scale every morning. So controlling what we can control within our environment, sleep, stress, sun exposure, all these things could potentially have a momentary, temporary weight gain effect on you. Beyond just calories in, calories out, and working out. And so if you have a tough week where you see the scale kind of plateauing, just remember that you only lose if you quit, and that in my experience, right on the other side of that plateau is usually a breakthrough, right? So usually after a plateau, we see a nice little drop off in weight. You got to persevere and stay with it, and then just control what you can control and drop the bullshit on how it should be, because it is what it is. It's not about how it should be, it's just about how it is, and we got to optimize that. Okay, guys, see you next week. Good work so far. Reply to this email if you have any questions.